Hey guys, Allie here. Welcome to another Monday on Team Housewives official collab channel. This week's theme is conspiracy theories. So we're all going to be making a video talking about some random theories that we either believe in or we just think is interesting. We're just going to be explaining them to you. And yeah, I decided that I was going to choose a few of my favorite American Horror Story conspiracy theories because I'm obsessed with that show and I've seen every season except for Hotel and obviously Roanoke, because Roanoke is now on now. I've seen them all twice. I've seen Murder House 3 times. I go back and take notes and try to figure out how they're connected and stuff. I'm obsessed with it. All that. So I did some research to look and see what other people thought on the internet, theory-wise. I got some good ones from BH1.com and Reddit. The first one that I have is that Dr. Oliver Thredson and Danny Mott are actually brothers. So in season 2 of An Asylum, Dr. Oliver Thredson says that his mother had abandoned him at the age of 33 and that he grew up an orphan his entire life. So that means his last name might not be Thredson. That could have been just added in by the orphanage, or he could have just made it up on his own because, you know, as we found out by the end of the season, he was a serial killer. So let's say Gloria Mott would be his mom. So 33 years old, that would mean he had been born in 1929. So 1932 to 1934, I would say, is when Danny would be born, because that would put Gloria around 36 to 38, and that would put Danny in season 4 in 1952 at about 18 to 20 years old, which I think is his age, I'm not sure. And then that would make Oliver in Asylum in 1964, that would make him 35 years old. So I think that that would correlate with the times and ages. As I said, Oliver said that he grew up as an orphan and stuff, so we don't know anything about his parents. All we know is that his mom abandoned him as a child and he grew up as an orphan. So I do think that Dandy and Oliver both look pretty similar, and they both obviously share this psychotic serial killer gene, I guess. Definitely think that one is a possibility. The next one I have is that Detective Jack Colquitt from season 1 and season 4 are the same person, which I don't really think that's a theory. It just really hasn't been confirmed by anyone important yet. But in season 1 in Murder House, Jack Colquitt is the detective that comes to the Harmon's house looking for a missing patient that Ben had seen earlier on. The patient that went to his house talking about how her husband thought she was really boring and she just kind of kept talking and talking, and he actually fell asleep during the session. When he woke up, there was blood everywhere and he has no memory of what happened. So he was looking for that woman. And then in season 4, there's another Jack Colquitt that is investigating Elsa Mars's freak show and ends up arresting Meep. So they had the same name and it's about 60 years apart and they're played by different actors, but it's obviously, like, I feel like it's definitely the same person, has the same name, and they're both detectives. Like, that's not a coincidence, I don't think. So it's 60 years apart, but I mean, he aged. The next theory I have is that Vivian is in fact the daughter of Bet and Dot Titler and Jimmy Darling. Those of you guys who finished Freak Show, you know that Bet and Dot and Jimmy had a child in 1960. They were in Jupiter, Florida, and in season 1, Vivian did talk about how she was in fact from Florida and how twins run in her family, and that could just be a coincidence. I mean, she said that twins ran in her family and then she obviously had the twins. There was a part in the season where Ben actually called Adelaide a freak, and Vivian was very offended by it and didn't like it at all and kind of reacted in a very negative way. So I know you're thinking 1960 to 2012, that would make Vivian 52 at the time, but Vivian did say that she had a sister. So it could, in fact, be her sister that was born in 1960, and then she was next. But that one does, in fact, have quite a few holes. I think it would be really neat if that was the case, because Vivian was not my favorite character in the world, and that would definitely liven up her character a little bit. And then the last theory I have is that Nan and Adelaide are actually twin sisters. So Nan is from season 3 in Coven. She was at Robishaw's Academy, and they didn't seem to give Nan a backstory at all. They touched bases with basically every witch and every character in the season except for Nan. They also didn't seem to mention a last name for her. which I found kind of weird because they did with everybody else. Constance did mention in season 1 that she had 4 children, and she said that the 4th child was a picture of perfection. Nan could be that picture of perfection because she was a witch in line to be the next supreme of the coven. Oh, why would she have given away Nan and kept Adelaide? Well, I'm not sure. There's also the fact that Nan could read people's minds and was kind of a bit of a psychic. So Nan would have obviously been able to read her mother's mind, knowing that her mother had killed her father and the housemaid. We can't really have that getting out now, can we? No, Constance wants to be on the silver screen. She can't go to jail. Maybe Constance got in touch with her cousin, Emmeline, that she mentioned at one point. Mimi could be short for Emmeline. Mimi was the past supreme at the coven. Maybe she got in touch with her cousin, Mimi, and sent her daughter to Robert Shaw's Academy to help her with her special gifts. And also locked the fact that she had just killed her husband and housemaid away, and no one will ever have to find out about it or know. There's also the fact that maybe she isn't a twin. Maybe she is just the younger version of Adelaide, but I feel like they might be twins. I don't know. I just thought it was really interesting how everybody had all these different theories. But yeah, that's all for this week's video. If you guys did like it, please throw a like down below and subscribe to see more of my face and all that jazz. And comment some of your thoughts on the theories that I was talking about. And if you have any more theories on American Horror Story, I'd love to hear them. I'm, as I said, obsessed with the show, and I love talking about it, and I love trying to piece together everything about the show. So, yeah, let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you guys tune in the rest of the week to see everybody else's theories, and I hope you guys come back next week to see me again. So, yeah. Bye!